Hello everyone and welcome to today's masterclass on professionalism at workplace. This session is specially designed for the early and mid-career professionals. Now when you hear the word professionalism, what comes to your mind? Probably people wearing black tie and suit, carrying policy manuals, or people sitting silently in the cubicles. But in the modern, hybrid, global workforce, professionalism is something entirely different. It's your personal brand, it's the currency of trust, and it is the single most critical differentiator that decides whether you remain a reliable executor or step up as a recognized strategic leader. Today, we are going to avoid the old textbook definitions and talk about the real world unwritten rules that help you shine in your career. For those who are joining us for the first time, my name is Nisha. I founded Lernova Consulting to help professionals navigate their corporate careers and confidently rise to the leadership. My background spans over 15 years in global corporate environments. I have navigated the exact paths you are walking right now, from managing cross-border client expectations to trying to set boundaries on late-night pings without looking like I wasn't committed. At Lernova, our entire philosophy is built on helping you shine. We take complex, unspoken corporate dynamics and turn them into actionable blueprints for your strategic growth. So we are breaking this session into three distinct blocks. First, we will tackle foundational norms like how to manage hybrid boundaries, digital accountability, and digital communication tools without burning out. Second, we move to client ready, which is how you show up virtually on calls and manage client communications to build instant credibility. Third, we will address the strategic pivot, especially for our mid-career professionals who are looking to transition into senior roles where executive presence and managing up are your primary currencies. Throughout this session, if you have any questions, please post them in the comment section and I will reply to them. Now, a few days ago, before this session, I circulated this poll. I wanted to understand exactly what you find the most confusing to navigate in global business. Look at these results on your screen. 35% of respondents indicated that speaking up in high stakes client calls is their biggest hurdle. Close behind at 25% are urgency versus politeness in emails and setting boundaries for late pings without appearing lazy. This is incredibly telling. It proves that the technical part of the job is not what's keeping people up at night. It is the subtle relational dynamics. Today we are going to address every single one of these. For those struggling to speak up, keep an eye out on our strategic interruption blueprint in section 2. Now let's redefine professionalism for 2026. In the era of automation and AI, technical capability is assumed. What sets you apart are two critical pillars: accountability and emotional IQ. Accountability means owning the outcome, not just the task. A junior professional finishes a task and throws it over the wall. A strategic professional checks if the task solved the client's actual problem. Now, emotional IQ is the ability to read the digital room, which is being aware of how your tone lands when you send a message, an email, or jump on a Teams call. Now, let's transition into this section 1 and look at how these two pillars apply directly to your day-to-day digital interactions. Let's kick off with section 1, foundational norms. This is all about hybrid boundaries and digital etiquette, the baseline habits that build your reputation before you even open your mouth in a meeting. In a hybrid or fully remote world, visibility is no longer about sitting at a desk from 9 to 5. Visibility is about predictability. To build trust, you must respect synchronous time. If your team has agreed on a core collaboration window, you need to be active and responsive. If you need to step away for deep, focused work, don't just disappear. Learn to protect your focus by setting explicit out of office or calendar blocks. Let me show you an example. This is an example calendar of a high performer. They don't leave their days blank. They block out deep work slots so their managers know exactly why they might be slower to respond on chat. This is called managing expectations, and it is the key to invisible reliability. Now pause the video and take a good look at this calendar and see how it resonates with your own work calendar, and if there are some things that you can apply to your day as well. Let's look at the actual tools you use every day. First, MS Teams status. Your status is a contract. If you set your status to available, you should be. If you are focused, use do not disturb. Do not leave your status on available and then ignore messages for the next 3 hours. That erodes trust instantly. Second, the action email. If your email doesn't tell the reader exactly what you need from them in the first two sentences, then rewrite it. Use bold headers like action required or FYI only in your subject lines. Make it very clear for what you need from the reader. Finally, response times. You do not need to reply to every email in 30 seconds. That's a recipe for anxiety. Establish a predictable pace. Aim to acknowledge client emails within 2 hours and internal queries within 4 to 6 hours. A simple received, looking into this and will update by 3 p.m. is 100 times better than staying silent because you don't have the final answer yet. Now let's move to section 2, client ready. This is where we elevate your personal brand during the live virtual interactions. How do you turn a standard call into a client retaining experience? Your virtual presence is defined by the 3 C's: confidence, conciseness, and clarity. Confidence is all about eye contact. When you speak, look at the camera lens, not at the person's face on your screen. This simulates genuine eye contact. Ensure you are front lit. If you are backlit, you look like a shadow, which subconsciously builds a barrier to trust. Conciseness means speaking in headlines. In global settings, people have short attention spans. State your main point first and then provide the supporting details. Clarity relies heavily on audio. Invest in decent external microphone. People will forgive average video quality, but they will tune out instantly if your audio is echoing, muffled, or filled with background noise. Your audio quality is the vehicle for your ideas. Now let's look at the structure of a client meeting. Before the meeting, send your pre-reads at least 24 hours in advance. Don't make clients read slides live on the call. During the call, for those 35% who struggle to speak up, master the strategic interruption. You don't have to wait for a long pause to speak. Use alignment phrasing. Say, to ensure we are fully aligned on this topic, may I add? It sounds incredibly professional and gives you immediate entry into the conversation. After the meeting, send an action item summary email within 2 hours. Don't wait until the next day. This demonstrates high execution speed. This next section is specially tailored for our mid-career professionals. As you move into senior roles, your technical output matters less and your executive presence matters more. Let's talk about how to pivot. Now, what exactly is executive presence? Research shows it's heavily weighed by gravitas, accounting for 40% of the perception. Gravitas is simply composure under pressure. When a critical project hits a massive roadblock, how do you react? Do you panic or do you bring calm or clarity to the team? Communication accounts for 30%. It's about substance over speed. Senior leaders do not rush to speak. They listen, synthesize, and speak with deliberate intent. Authenticity and appearance fill out the rest. Executive presence is the feeling of leadership you project before you even present your data. To accelerate your promotion pathway, you must understand where you sit on the managing up timeline. Early in your career, your goal is to be the reliable. You deliver what is asked on time. But to stand out, you must transition into the anticipator. This is someone who looks ahead, identifies roadblocks, and flags them to their manager before they become emergencies. Next is the advisor. You don't just bring problems to your boss, you bring the potential solutions with a clear recommendation. Finally, you become the partner. At this stage, your manager views you as a peer in decision making. If you want a senior role, stop acting like an order taker and start acting like a partner. We have covered a lot of ground today, but learning without action is just entertainment. I want you to commit to taking action within the next 48 hours while this information is still fresh. Pick just one of these three steps. Either audit your MS Teams and email status setup, test your camera lighting and audio configuration, or reach out to a senior stakeholders to schedule a quick 10-minute alignment check. Choose one, block it in your calendar, and execute. So we have come to the end of this session. I hope this session has given you a fresh perspective on what it means to be truly professional in a modern global workforce. Remember, your career is a compounding asset. Small shifts in your present today will lead to massive opportunities tomorrow. Now, if you have any questions from this session, please drop them in the comments. If you have any topics that you want to learn in the next video, please drop that in the comments as well, and I will reply to all your comments. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can also follow us on LinkedIn. I'll see you in the next one.